Hello and welcome back to Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. And as you can see, there is a train leaving Ely Station where we begin today's video. This is a... oh, okay, well I think I should probably just move like that. There we go. It's looking a little bit better right there. So yes, today we are beginning at Ely Station. Last time out, we were working on this particular station, sorting out the platform. In fact, no we weren't. Last time out, we were doing some detailing. There was a time lapse and there was detailing. The episode before is when we were doing this particular station and widening it up to 4-track. Now, I've had a look around, trying to work out what trains need to go where and what routes need to go where. And I have determined that at this point in time we cannot do as much of the through station things that I want to, so unfortunately that is not going to quite be happening in this video, but we are still going to have a ride along. We're still going to create the route. It is just that we are not going to have certain stations, certain trains not stopping at all stations, not until I sort out Macclesfield, Carnforth and Bracknell. Once I've done that, then I'll be able to do some of the through stations. So we're about halfway there, so make sure you stay tuned. We need to put some signalling in, we need to pick the train, we need to create the route, and then we need to see exactly what happens. Now there is one other thing that I am considering, and that is just running this train, stopping this train running all the way and having this train running only from Ely, West Mersey and Ely, skipping West Mersey, potentially running to Berwick and then down and Market. That might be something that I decide to do, so make sure you stay tuned. I haven't yet decided. First off, as I said, signals, new trains, new route. Let's get started. Alright, first things first, of course, we need to sort out the signalling. So we have a signal here, that is not a problem. I also want to do a speed check in this area, so this is all 70, yep, I think I've sort of bumped everything up to 70, haven't I? No, it's 60 from here, so at this point in time I will probably just stick as I probably should be. I'm going to stick a 60 mile per hour mark sign there and a 70 right there. Okay, lovely. Okay, that is done. Everywhere else we are okay. Got a 35 mile per hour. What is this 35 mile per hour? Is that curve there potentially is 35. This one going right the way across is 50. Yes, it's those two that are 35. That is perfectly fine. And I will drop this down quite nicely to 40. And then I will leave this 40. No, let's do 50 then 70. So at least drivers know, bang on, we can begin our acceleration a little bit earlier. If we're not stopping at the station though, they will be, so that is not a problem. Right, so that's that bit done. Now we have a signal here, so this is going to be the slow line. So the slow lines I'm going to keep on the outside. I'm thinking that is going to be a good idea. So we have one there. Now we have one in the middle here. I'm thinking this needs to change to be two at two different distances. So what I am going to do is I'm going to stick a signal in about here. Right there, in both directions. Like so. So that's one set of signals. Now that is going to disappear. The second set of signals I would like will be about here. So that has given us an extra, essentially given us an extra section. There you go. So now we've got 3 blocks instead of 2 blocks that we had previously. So previously we had 1 block up to there and then a second block there. That now gives us 3 blocks, or 6 blocks if we're looking in both directions. The other thing that is happening is that if an express train, which will end up here, has passed this signal here, then any train coming out of the station will be waiting here for that train to go through, which is fine. I think that is going to make perfect sense. So that seems to work for me. 2 signals on the inbound route are fine there. I think perhaps we should have the 2 signals for the inbound route over here, like so. That's the 2 signals on the inbound. Although there is 1 signal here already, so perhaps if I get rid of that signal, leave that outside signal, and that should do the trick. The rest of this is going to be fine. Nothing for us to worry about there. Moving along here, we're going to need to do something about the signalling here. Platform. Have a signal as they leave the platform there, and as they leave the platform there. There we go. That seems to be something that will work. Then we go along here, and again we're going to need to do something with the signalling through this. Now, I really would much rather not have a train stopped on a bridge. I just tend to not like having trains stopped on bridges. Although that being said, if you look at London, any entrance into Waterloo and around that area, they're sort of all on bridges. So I suppose what I could do is if I put a signal here, get rid of this signal. Then if I put 2 signals in the middle of this bridge on the straight section, so we'll have 1 there, and let's just have 1 slightly further up, about there. That would be okay. Then we've got the signals out on this side, which I'm okay with those. Then we have we've got a signal there, but that's for the 3-track going through that. So realistically, we could probably put a signal. If I put a signal there, that's going to, will that potentially block it? No, I could in theory put a signal here. That's fine. And have a signal off the bridge about here. There we go. So that gives us that block. So this is where things get a little busier. I kind of want to move that block along a little. So I shall. So we're going to move that block along somewhat. Like that. And then as we approach Berwick, this is where we need to sort out some more signalling. So obviously we're going to have a signal there. We want, I think it's smart to have a bunch of signals. Now, how long could a train end up being? It could end up being way longer than that section there, although that will probably be going. So my plan is to forward think this a little and put 2 signals. They're the approach signals, and then we already have exit signals, which is perfectly fine. I will have another signal here for the express. So if the express train has passed that signal, any other trains coming through will be stopping. And I think that looks fine. And then lastly, we need to have these signals sorted. So this signal will need a signal here to enter this section, and to confirm that entry we need, so we've got 2 there. So to confirm the entry we will probably have 2 signals there. That should be long enough for maximum. In fact, I need to double check that. So let's say from there, is that going to be long enough for the trains I want to run? Just. I think we're just going to be long enough for the trains. In fact, to be doubly sure, I'm just going to move them forward a little, because the maximum train length I'm looking to run is 280 meters for the passenger trains. That looks fine. That looks fine. I would probably want to clear, so we want to be able to clear that area, which that gives us enough length, because I do not think we'll be having an extremely long train running through. So that's what, 130 meters perhaps? 130 meters, which would be perfectly fine for a train on a branch line, and if that goes further we'll just run this up here. Now, next set of signals for this line needs to be, so we've got the inbound. It's perfectly fine. We've got, I think, well, we certainly need a signal for this line to go here. Yes, that is a thing. Also, we want to double check what this is going to be doing. This is no good. Right, this doesn't make any sense to me. So if I just pause that so it doesn't mess up, I need to ensure that, so that goes through there. That is clearly going to wait if there is anything coming through. And then we probably want another set of signals. No, none of that. About here. That looks fairly good. Yes. And then the last set, we need a signal for this inbound. We will need an outbound signal on these platforms. We need a crossing on these platforms, because otherwise that is going to cause problems. There we go. That's good. We need a signal telling us, or a sign telling us how fast this track is, which is 50. That is good. And I suppose we'll need one over here as well. So it comes back on, and then what speed is this track meant to be? 40. Okay. To 40. Wait. Why is that side 40? Oh, that must be why it's done that. Okay. Now wait, I need to fix this. 40, 50 is what we are looking for. And then I would like that to be 50 and that to be 50. And then that section to be 50. There we go. And now it's decided, yep, that is now a fast route. Okay, good. So it will come along here. Now, an entrance. We probably want an entrance signal, which we can have pretty close. And I think for now that will probably do the trick. More than likely, I think that will do the trick. I'll just add an extra one here just to test something. I just want to test shorter blocks coming up to a station, particularly if you've got freight as well. Okay, and with that, I think we've done the entire route. We are ready to go. Next up, we need to decide where this route is going to go. That's the next thing we need to do. So, interestingly enough, I just realised we could not do a turnaround here because I haven't built the turnaround. That's clever. That was very clever. Let's go ahead and build the 25 mile per hour turnaround. Or crossing. Like that. There you go. I am recording this pre-update, just in case the update messes things up. So I've decided to record this pre-update in order to ensure that well, we do not have too much difficulty, and it gives you a seamless experience. The update comes out the day. Hello. Okay. The update comes out the day after I am recording this. So yes, should be good. I'm hoping the update works. When I've been doing beta testing, it has not. So yes, we're going to have to see what happens. Okay, that is looking okay to me. Now, my thinking for a route on this potentially is actually going to be Attenborough. Yes, David Attenborough's 96th birthday today, I believe, on the day I'm recording this, 9th of May. Attleborough, West Bromwich, Airlie, West Mersey, Berwick-upon-Tweed, Ollerton, and then down towards Maryport, Shepshed, and then terminating in Sudbury. That is my thinking for a route. The only problem there is I have no route that does that, as you can very well see. I have no turn that is able to accommodate that at this point in time. So, and also this route is all single track for the most part, and that's not going to help either. So, for now, I'm going to run this as what will become the stopping service from Bracknell all the way. In fact, because of that, I've just realised I'm probably going to need to make adjustments back here too with signalling. So add an extra set of signals in allows an extra train to... The idea here is I'm just trying to get an extra train in. And I really do not like stopping trains in tunnels, so I'm not going to do that. And then just one more. This one should be easy. There's a lot of still work that needs to be done here, as you can see with the farms, but that should be okay. I'm just slightly concerned about this approach, but we'll see. We will see what happens. I've just noticed something. A train could come into this, start turning around there, get stuck there, and another train's going to come in and not be able to follow that through as it needs to. So the train stopped there, goes through there, goes around there, comes back. Right, we need a... That's going to be interesting. I have a feeling something's going to go wrong here. Anyway, that done. Now let's go ahead and make the route. So I'm going to change. So we'll do train line, visible, train line, visible, and this one, Bracknell to Berwick. I'm going to go Pararex, and then. Can I clone that route? Expand, no. Remove all, no. Apparently I cannot clone it. That's fine. That's fine. I will now go PARAST. So that's a stopping service. And that's going to be Bracknell to Ollerton at the moment. This, and then this one is going to be Bracknell to Downham right now. There we go. That should do the trick. Okay. And I'll paint this in a extremely bright green and now wait for the autosave. As one would expect. Now I do wish the autosave was faster, but it's a good thing to have. It is a really good thing to have an autosave. It has helped quite a few times. Right, how do I do this? So what I want it to do... See, this one doesn't go around anymore. Why does that not go around anymore? Actually, that makes a good point. I could bring the stopping service around, let another train in, and let that go ahead of the stopping service. Oh, that is brilliant. If it's a stopping service, it will come around. That's a really, really good idea. Okay, so that is what is going to happen. So we're going to have a start at Bracknell. No, we're not. We're going to have a start at this waypoint. Apparently we're not going to do that. We're going to start at Bracknell. After it's picked up the passengers, it will then turn around and wait for an express service to go through before it continues on its journey. Or should it do that? Should it go past the station and come back? No, it should probably drop off the passengers first. Yes. And then just pass straight through Bracknell on the way out. Yep, let's do that. And then we'll go Cornforth. And then we'll go Macclesfield. And then we'll go Ely. And then we'll go West Mersey. And then we'll go Berwick. And then we'll go Ollerton. And then we'll go back to Berwick. And then we'll go back to West Mersey. And then we'll go back to Ely. And then we'll go back to Macclesfield. Tired of this yet. And then we'll go back to Cornforth. And then that takes us right back to where we started, in Bracknell. That works for me. Right. Stop that now. Now just to check every station is working as it should, and it isn't. So we're going to have to figure this one out. So where does it work as it should? Right from the start it fails. So Cornforth, platform 1 on its way out. Or platform 2 on its way back. There you go. Macclesfield, we also want platform 2 on the way back. Okay, great. Let's now follow this along. Ely, this is where we need to be quite careful. So, for Ely, we want platform 2. No, platform 4 on the way out. Platform 2 on the way in. There we go. Apparently not platform 4, platform 5 on the way out. There we go. Okay. That will then run it along that part of the line that I want. Did I put the signalling in here? That's a good question. I did not. Well, that's a bit of a flop. No, we need that. We certainly need that. And then I suppose because of what's happened here, we really should bring this back to here, right? What if a train needs to get into the depot? That's just going to cause havoc. So if I bring that back, although then it's going to cause havoc for trains trying to cross over. Should we need... Oh, I've really made a mess of this. This is not big enough. Okay, it's fine. Let's continue on what we were doing. So, where's our line? Where's our line? There it is. Okay. And then that's a bit of a mess. Why are you doing that? Ah, because West Mersey must be in a right shambles. And it is! So in West Mersey, on the way there, we want... On the way back, we want platform 1. On the way there, let's take platform 4. Very nice. And then we're clear through there, we're clear through there, we're clear through there. That's looking good, that's looking good. And then let's go ahead and... I'm just wondering whether I should split this into 2 videos. What on earth? Why is it swapped around? Why is it trying to do this backwards? Platform 1 on the way there. On the way back, platform 4, please. And then why do you do that? I want you to stay on the... Ah, I see the issue. Okay. So on the way back, I want you to ensure that you pass by this signal. There you go. That should keep you on that side. And on the way there, I want you to ensure that you pass by this signal. And that should keep you on the outside. It's because they're slower lines, that's what it is. And it's trying to find the fastest line. And then you go across there, and then you're happily pottering along there, all the way along, and that seems to work absolutely fine for me. Okay, that took a little bit longer than expected, but that's okay. I might actually do the ride along in the next video. I'll have this as setting up the line. So this is going to end up being our, what we call our stopping service. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to, as a test, I'm going to get these trains to skip West Mersey. That's what I'm going to do, just as a test. And I want to see how it works. But before I do that, obviously I need the next set of trains up and running. And we're going to release them from this train depot so that we can go straight to Ely. And the idea is I'm only going to do the ride along from the depot over to Ollerton and then back this way. That's all I'm going to do, because all of this, nothing has really changed. So that's the idea. Let's go ahead and purchase some vehicles. Let's figure out what we have. What I'm also going to do is I'll start reducing the number of other trains. So we'll start with, well, let's have a look at trains that would be used for Survivor. I'm just reading Survivors. For stopping services. What would be used for stopping services? And these are probably the kind of trains that would be used for stopping services, I would think. I mean, this is a bit slow. Unfortunately, 45 miles per hour is a little bit snow, yes. I would like to have a train that can do about 60. That would be the plan. Or 50 at least, which these ones do. Could I take one of them and paint them lime green? Would that be blasphemy? That's a bad use of that word, because obviously it means something very specific. But changing that to... No, that doesn't seem right. I want a train that could do a bit more than that. I've been thinking about it. We probably want to be going forward in time as we do this, because, you know, new trains are going to come out. So let's go forward. Let's say it takes 2 years to... There you go. It's taken 2 years to do that. It's taken 2 years, and therefore we are now able to purchase one of these 65 miles per hour. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What on earth are these trains running at? What speed do... No. What speed do these... That train? No. Where are you? These trains. What speed do these trains run at? What are you? Top speed 60. Alright, so you could do 60. So ideally, I probably do want ones that do 50 at most. So we want slightly slower trains. It's going to be a stopping service. It's not going to be as quick. It's certainly not the ones that are doing 65. Not 40 though. 40 is just a little bit too slow. Let's go for let's arrange by top speed. There we go. Let's see what we've got. 75, no. 71, no. 60. 50. I'd rather not have the big wheels. President class. Alright. I mean, that's looking reasonable. 50. Samson class, 47. Okay, this one's looking pretty good. President class. These are 60. These are 60. There's 60, 60. 52. The DX special locomotives were also suitable for passenger services. Okay, I think this is what we're going to do. And they're green. I think this is the train we're going to take. There we go. What's the difference between the one with the cab and the one without? From the 1870... Okay, yeah, no, I want a cab. There we go. So this one is 1881. This one's 18... No, 18... Okay, yeah, Special was... Okay. Special had vacuum brakes. They have a cab. Look, you can see it. These are cabless. Weatherboard and cabless. So, yeah, let's do that. Passenger... going to be smaller trains, I guess. Not the British Railway. I don't know why I still have those. Not ones with bogies. It's going to be probably a 6-wheel. Yeah, it's probably going to be a 6-wheel, which has a top speed of 52 miles per hour, which sort of matches that. So that's pretty good. And we're not going to have a first class on this. This is just going to be a bunch of third class. So we'll just take, I don't know, let's stick a front brake on it. I don't trust the brakes, let's say. We'll do that. A bunch of third class. 4 of them. And yes, I know, thank you. Rear brake. How's that looking? 42. That can carry 42. Let's do that. I'll clone that in a minute. What I want to do is I need to check what's the capacity on these. 108. Yeah, okay, that's a big capacity difference. That is a really, really big capacity difference. Now, how long is this train? 111 meters. And how long is this train? 62 meters. I mean, kind of would make sense. There'd be more of these running. There'd be a faster service. Those ones would be a lesser service. So essentially, I'm planning on taking 2 of them out of commission. I'm going to try and park. I'm actually going to park them up somewhere here. So I'm going to sort of send one along here. Send it on a special line. Just send it through here and then stop it right there and say, well, that's it. That's that train done. So yeah. 42. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make an edit on this. I will add a little bit more. So these carry 7. These carry 18. That's the difference. That's the big difference there. These carry 8. So how do these carry 7 and these carry 8? I don't... 1860, 1870. All right. Okay. Let's get the ones that carry 8 then. Get the ones that carry 8. So we'll have a front brake. We'll have 5 third classes and then a brake. 56. Yep, okay, that'll do. That will do. Okay, and I will clone that. Clone those. So we're going to have 4. How many stations are on this now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Yeah, 7 at the moment. So I need at least, should we say at least 7 trains? So let's just do that, 8 trains. Yeah, let's just run 8 trains and see what happens. So there we go. That's that. And at this point in time, I am actually going to end this video by taking a screenshot from up here. I'm going to end the video like that, and I will do the ride along. We will do the ride along definitely in the next video. So this one has been what, just over half an hour. Apologies for not managing to get to it in this video. That was obviously the plan, but it took a little bit longer to set up the railway. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you can do so at www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your supports will be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadget LP for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me. And I'll see you next time in Transports Fever 2, the UK modded series.